He pushed me through a lot of things you can't understand. But everything he knows, there's a reason. So in my life, the devil gets no glory. Everywhere I go, I tell the story. How God has a way of turning things around. He made it for now. God did it for now. He brought me out without a doubt. I knew that he would. Now I know no defeat. I'm strong with me. God gave me a start. Now stay on the bridge for bad. Glad for my transportation. I've had friends to turn their backs on me and leave me standing. I've been hurt in the church as I attempt to do God's work by people who call themselves saints. Many times I felt like giving up, but the Spirit said, darling, you can't. You know the Lord, He puts you through a lot of things you can't understand. And for everything He knows, there's a reason. So in my life, the devil gets no glory. Everywhere I go, I tell the story. How God has a way of turning things. He made it for now. God did it for now. He brought me out without doubt. I knew that He would. Now, don't defeat. I'm strong with me. God gave me a song. Now I sing on the devil is for bad. Oh, I'm so glad God did it for my good. The gospel does tears in my heart have worked out for my good. You know what? I passed the test of time, and like a tree by the water, I stood. Because through it all, it's the glory. Everywhere it's for me. How God worked out things just for me. But then me for bad. Oh, so glad I did it for my oh, he did God did it for my he took me out without a doubt. I knew that people don't defeat a strong with my God, he gave me a song. Never stay long. The devil meant for bad, but I'm so glad. You know he meant that old devil meant. But God, he didn't want it that way. Oh no, 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 no. God did it for my good. He did it for my good. God, he did it for my good. Yes, he did it for my good. I'm not on defeat. I'm strong with it. Oh, he did it. Yes, he did. He did it. Yes, he did. He did it. Yes, he did. God did it. Yes, he did. He did it for me. Yes, he did. But there's no meaning for bad. But I'm so glad God did it for me. He will come through. He will come through. For against me, shade on prosperity. Give up against me, shade prosperity. Give up
Why am I messing up?
I had tried to unexpected situations. Living here, be. I've had friends to turn their backs on and leave me standing the cold. I've been hurt in the church as I attempted to do God's work by people who call themselves saints. Many times give it up, but the Spirit said, darling, you can't. You know the Lord, He puts you through a lot of things you can't understand. And for everything, He left, that's the reason. So in my life, the devil gets no glory. Everywhere I go, tell the story how God has a way of turning things around.
Bitch.
He made it for my good. God made it for my good. He brought me out without a doubt. I knew that he would. Now I was defeat. I'm strong with you. I can't be so. I sing on the devil did for bad. I'm so glad I feel it for my good. The gossip of the lies, tears in my eyes, never worked out for good. You know what? I passed the test of time, and you're like a tree by the water. I'm still because through it all, difficult everywhere till the story. Worked out things just for me, but they won't be for bad. Oh, so glad I did wrong. Oh, he did God did for my good. He told me without doubt. I knew that he was no defeat. I'm strong. He gave me a song. Now I must stay alone. But only for the best. But I'm so glad. You know he means that all that for me.
Fuck, what is it?
Your summer food day is only as strong as what you're working with. This July 4th is...
Can't be broken. They could do all they can do, but they can't break unbreakable. They scared to face the truth because they hate the view. They think I'm breaking loose. Should I know what to do? So should I wait the deuce? In 1982, my mama take me to a space to lose. Say now I'm raising you, and ain't no baby food unless you told to take the neighbor's food and be afraid of who. I made a loop when money went from all the green to navy blue. I said, really proof I gave them proof. Sometimes feel like my hand is cool. It's with the lights on business too, man. I don't need some crazy glue. I'm supposed to break the through her deal. She gon' break a few. You can never break me down, and I can't hit the brakes for you.
What were you at? Right here, right, man.
She just in the way if she don't drop a bigger package. She a gold digger, ain't gon' even lift a special. My bitch a go getter, I just got it off the back of her. Play with no niggas, I just ran a man to Africa. Say that she gon' shoot me if I ever give a dick away. Told her you can't kill with his real bullets ricochet. I just cut a deal for some meals on my entree. Shitting on these niggas, no for real, I'm a monster. I didn't sit around while my lonely I be gone. I just want a bitch to hold me down and see home. Daily at the mall, she gon' buy another thong. Don't lie to me, inspire me to write another song. I gon' pop the clutch for my hutch if she rockin' it. If the bullets bust, she gon' dodge it. We gon' do too much. Like Bobby Whitney, say if I decide to rob the bank, she gon' rob it with me. Used to be the P on her heel, stress the whole out. Somewhere in the hills, in the field, in my grow house. The real send me say I'm shipping dro out. Post a couple hundred on the gram just to show out. I saw it on the internet, they called me immature, cause I shot a sucky in his ass and checked his temperature. Had to stick my foot through it just to get it through the door. Ran up in the bank and had to split it in the floor. Hit him with his shank after clicking the door. Left his ass stankin', even shitting on the floor. What you niggas thinking? I done seen it all before. Asking me for commissary, nigga, give me all of yours. Loyal to the soil, I ain't never been in question. Things do it moving, I'm in every nigga section. Had to get control of my anger and aggression. Shot it out of trouble, but this banger is a blessing. 25 hours in a day, I need 11 more. I be really rocking for this baby, you already know. Be shaking hands, kissing babies, and a hug. Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm the newest can of blood. A felon, they say that I'm rebelling, Nat Turner. I'm smoking on everything I'm selling, black burner. Hold this, tell a bitch, don't get burned. Still getting my business, I'll leave her that'll learn. I'm the cancer, I don't do the dancing in the crew, I'm the shooter. And they gon' probably tell you he is who. It's pigs, and pigs doing moving on the bitch. The driver, I don't ride with dude, he a snitch. He a snitch, he a snitch, he a snitch.
The sea streets have almost reached the walls.
What the fuck? Oh, do something. Hey, stupid. I'm in a little stamina, man. Fuck, I can't even do shit.
Niggas know we got that fire.
Keep it little around this bitch, niggas gon' die.
Gonna get rich around this bitch, nigga. You keep all these sticks around. That's what they switch around. You ain't on the street now. You can't bring your bitch around. That's how these niggas, man. I've been in my bag for real. So they can't cash. I just been going through the stash for real. Bitch with that cap, nigga. I get on your ass for real. While I'm driving like you wild, nigga, grab real. I gon' make me crash for real. Thought I had a deal around here. Got the big go kill away. I'm trapping the hell bills away. I'm trapping. I'm just trying to take some L's away. I'm trapping. Probably see me back in the jail away. Man, the hell, man, nigga, trap in. I just got the track in. Niggas texting. I got mine about the back end. Really have a traction. Bitch, plug with no catching. I done ran all these tracks. And I go back to the fuck. So I'm supposed to rap about. Further have a smack out, nigga. I just switched the cap out. This nigga, they black out lately. Y'all been on the road, they on my crap out. Steady pulling racks out. I can tell cat to put the track out. Should've never let me back out. Fucking up free murder. So bro, nigga, swerving in this bitch like I was the herb on fuck. Baby, I was just thought I was back in the circle. Yeah, got the strip on her. Niggas know what happened first. Must get somebody heard about that pussy. I heard about that pussy, that shit deadly. Niggas murdered about that pussy. Nigga, pussy, nigga.
Fuck, how many niggas
Young rapping all that gangsta shit. I know you niggas pussy. Yeah.
miles this? All my bitch stop. Low, deep, drop.
Switches on the sticks, man. Switches on the trumpet. Switches on the line. That's that shit gon' get you shot, nigga.
All miles this. All these bitch stop.
I'm on patrol, dropping the low, get shot.
Yeah.
Switches on the sticks, man. Switches on the clock. Switches on the line. That's that shit gon' get you shot, nigga.
My life is like a movie check the analog. Yes. Street quarterback, I just hand it off. Keep me out your business if I'm not involved. I creep through your spot like I'm Santa Claus. This beef shit is old, it ain't new to me. This game took a change here brutally. Lucky I ain't tripping like I used to be, cause I be stacking fat niggas right up their jewelry. The plug just hit me, stay ready for me. Ready for my Italian bitch, say she got spaghetti for me. The funky ass feds dropped the levy on me, plus Missy Morris for me, so I'm getting on it. Fully, I'm faking. Truth is, the nigga really wants me. I could've pulled the plug, cut his circuit off. Shit, get him on his head, he gotta work it off. I'm praying for the day that I'm in front of you. I'm still trying to find out what you gonna do. I probably couldn't stop it if I wanted to. You feel pressed niggas in your head trying to cut at you. You fuck the internet, nigga, run with it. I see you doing bad, I'm having fun with it. And I'm thinking, how you running your mouth? Why you speedballing jokes, sleeping under the house? My life is like a movie, check the handle. Street quarterback, I just hand it off. Keep me out your business if I'm not involved. It's fucking like a Santa Claus. Beef shit is old, it ain't new to me. This game took a change here brutally. Lucky I ain't tripping like I used to be, cause I be stacking fat niggas right from their jewelry. If you know they in your head, you better carry it. Keep it. It's a party on that boy, you better bury it. You got a good feeling, take it serious. Whatever you do, stay away from fuck niggas, period. Look at it, what you need it for? Tell a bitch, why? I don't need her. I told her in the sky, I'm a boss, bitch. Then I get it all back. I ain't no shit. I'm running records while I run around. She put her nigga second when I come in town. I leave her ass guessing like she spun around. Told her if I run up in that pussy, I ain't coming down. He lost a little shooter, he a marked man. And you don't play his music, you a smart fan. And you don't do shows, they ain't safe for him. And if you love Missy Moore, bitch, straight for him. My life is like a movie, check the handle on this. Street quarterback, I just hand it off. Keep me out your business if I'm not involved. I creep through your spot like I'm Santa Claus. This beef shit is old, it ain't new to me. This game took a change here brutally. Lucky I ain't tripping like I used to be, cause I be stacking niggas right up their jewelry.
G-Fiber's network is built to stay up even when the power goes down. But your home's router is another story. That's why G-Fiber offers in-home battery backup so your Wi-Fi stays on even when your lights go off. G-Fiber, internet for whatever life brings.
Music is the foundation of my marriage, and music plays a big part in my law firm. In law school, I met my wife. I joined the band that she was in. We have 3 beautiful daughters, and they all sing and play piano. Nothing is more important to me than my family. We have something called Singspiration. Every morning, the law firm gets together and we sing together.
DJ Nice on the beat.
Little nigga, let me give you some gas. 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 What you doing out of water the roof? You a smart nigga. You ain't using all of your tools and you got heart, nigga. You be out plotting the moves and you a shark. We be out gobbling dudes. Once you trying to get on next, get my letter on my waist and my foot on next. Riding down heavy with the gun in the holster. Believe I was riding down recording poster. I make a call, have the boys approach. Pull up trying to cook something, boil and toast you. And we didn't do so, shit was not for the media. Catch him out dining, they gon' cook him and need him up. Nothing on your grind, you gotta put your giddy up. Get ready for your shine, you gotta fuck your city up. And never do lies, tell them let us in. Lose a good bet, you gotta bet it again. If you're not a real friend, you gotta let them know. They ain't trying to see you win, you gotta let them go.
Take your time.
Oh, the snow.
Take your time.
I'm sleeping time on you. I'm basically
All of us been fighting with children one time or another. And I tell you, children, it's possible for the boys to die home. And they die home too. And we can fix this problem. Oh, I gotta come clean. I don't get football. What? Why do we score by 7?
6.
And the kicker is so little. Man, it's all in.
As I look back on my life, I get to think of all the things that I've been through. Hurt, pain, betrayal, being taken advantage of. I just had to leave the game. Couldn't take it, I'm taking it. I'm back now, I'm ready to take over this thing, man. I'm back for good. I ain't quit. On the beat, it's a little kind of heat. Touch it here. I'm just touching the beat on the game. When you do a big thing, tell me now. And the way you're playing, you're like you're there. And we gon' keep on playing it. Let's keep them. Nothing nice, what about the nice? Ready to strike to the different time. 10 years since Hollywood and Pine. Since we didn't race with an NBC. Won't let them get you no good. And helping me, no joke. It's all them. With them flips, look to the rip. Start bitch, driven like Harvard. Shit, no one. The industry now is being trained for infinity. Straight out. Let's get it. All the time, the sun, that sound that my click me bumping to the devil. Mix paper, break beat, elevated the sun. That sound that my click me bumping to the legs. Expensive, back, better than before. Ready to do everything steady. From here to here to be lyrically, I'm like crystal. It's only a pimple and wonderfully made up. I ain't it's for the holy kind. I know the time that's go right. I'm making a cheap retire. And the point that's more is that a rap on a scratch style. Making them cheap on your collar and holler down. The this was forever in this collar. I need to keep it conclusion. Feeling that back up. I'm taking over to that. I need to beat all the time, that's right. The sun, we got the rope. That sound that my click me bumping to the devil. Mix paper, break beat, the sun, we got the rope. That sound that my click me bumping to the Latin American music floor. Y'all said I was spinning, I kept on opening doors. Getting in trouble, I never thought I'd hear. Speaking to the ring of I never thought I'd spin on. That's big from traveling in the stage. They're ready to know where in the woods of big train. Your food, they give a fool, they come to hand. Once I need feeling off the road, it's just hoping when they have been the whole thing over the detain. I had to count the votes, but it's the name. You pay my tools, never ready to beat my taste, deep my pain. Being chased, taking over the game. Still the same, it ain't a that time. We get beat. Big the sun, and we got the rope. That sound that my click me bumping to the devil. Mix paper, break beat, elevated the sun, and we got the rope. That sound that my click me bumping to the so the kids also to check it out, man. So, told you, it's right, it's not the world. All kinds of people say he's got to make a change. Check it out, man. I feel all the hate, all the crooked traders and every trader that get about it, brother. We in this thing, like, make that right? Oh, yeah. You know how we change. We did up. We spit it with a nice label on the fire. That's right. Check it out. Phone call, split. You can't forget about the one don't get cut. That's right. Noise maker.
What if you?
What's the definition of true home? Never been down through the thick and the thin. How many real soldiers got your team playing? Let's talk about this thing called craft, dog. I just been calling down the bottom, so side by side. That been down with me, representing me in my clique over ORC. Can't express what I'm playing feel. So much gratitude inside me for my partners and they'll keep it real. All for the hard times when did nobody care. Everybody putting me down, but you was still there. So many come and go. Come from a friend of all the times. Just what you want your season of broke. No, rolling the bucket and dipping and drop double lost Paul with no record deal signed in a superstar. Get a call with no bank, so it gets involved. Never judge you for love me and nothing when it's looking fall. Except my father mistakes, love me for who I am. Stand with me, raving in advance, and when I ain't the man, Richard be trying at the age of 9. So many homies down, like nothing pains, living a level crime. So it's blind and being witness the other side of this lifetime. You know your homies, while they still alive. So watch it before, laying them down and ride a slow time for life. That's been down with me, represents me if I take on a large city. Laying them down and ride a slow time for life. That's been down with me, represents me if I take on a large city. Keep your homies close, cause in this business, friends trying to get you. Especially when you need them the most, that's when they'll try to get you. They come back up in your name in the dirt, leaving you torn apart with all the pain and the hurt. Jealousy and greed, with simple bitterness and envy. Make you break me, your most hated enemy. See, they have you so many times before they make you want to make the game and not want to fight. Brother against brother, and all the hating sons, somebody tell me what have we done? My bed got bloodstains and scams from backstabs. Live life looking for truths that I can call my comrades and soldiers. See, good time backstabbing coaches, and the world is getting colder. Need to show them that I can come with y'all. Y'all that they gon' go through shit that's what we call it's a friend. I can be home. Ladies and gentlemen, I slow time for sight. That's been down with me, represent me if I can't hold a large city. I'm a pleasure to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I slow time for sight. That's been down with me, represent me if I can't hold a large city. Cold jokes, others calling ropes and cornbreads, platinum smokes and aces. Whatever the case is, ain't no replacing the true to life brand. So I've been down through the thick and the thin, from the womb to the tomb, come floods and typhoons. We stuck together, endured the cuts and the booms, scabbing tools. Survived the fights and the views, separate together, but together we can't move forward to the end. From the root to the pen, my life in exchange for yours and your children. Nothing I wouldn't do for a friend like you. When I needed you the most, you came through that. See, when you hurt, I feel pain. When you said I cried, and then homies to the day we die. I got your back like a chiropractor. From day one throughout your life into the final chapter. We best friends, player. Otherwise, it's cold. Players down the bottom, slow time for side. Got that been down for me. Represent me in my play. Oh, I see. Otherwise, it's cold. Players down the bottom, slow time for side. That's been down for me. Represent me in my play. Oh, I see. Otherwise, it's cold. Players down the bottom, slow time for side. That's been down for me. Represent me in my play. Oh, I see. Otherwise, it's cold. Players down the bottom, slow time for side. That's been down with me, represent me if I take for the hard day. I said it in that hospital, boy, been down since day one. My man JC got day, he dog in my life. Max and Billy O, Kevin Blanco, Danny Briscoe, Jimmy Hopper, calling all my real dogs. True comrades that been down since day one. Got nothing but love for you, baby. Y'all know how we do this big friendship, baby. Nobody can break us apart to the day we die.
Got a Walmart Express delivery order for Blues Soccer Fan number 3.
That's me.
Nutrition out, breaking church, rolling thoughts down, making the days of the movies. One wonderful well and never certification of ODs and real niggas spending game delay D's. Drop the same D's, making progress, see economies, stripping out, screaming from off. Some facts with chickens, we pimping and dipping, throwing them signs of sex tripping. Like Ricky, I'm stripping out, one neck to the big ones, right well, bring whiskey. Sagging in the teens, big ones just like Whitney. I'm trying to blow up, I wanna do it while I'm young like Whitney. Ride to the death of me, like KRS, this for my philosophy. Come on. Got me flagging on all routes. And the scene got me tripping, feeling suicidal. Being in the misery, all the things added into me. I wanted to make a play for the time. Don't be a thought on the fire style. The guy on G for the projects. Be the vultures, friends all broke from the notches. So live like conscious. Every day, feel for the feelings that this can't stop this. 100% make it move on your hands. Move on the fences, fence the fence. In your head like a pigeon to the tech beat and spit in. From Britain, the UK, LA, to a dog locked in the prison. The ladies in the clubs too, in the east, west coast, in the south, we all got it, man. And like you told me love in the club with a nut, she's the most cheap and love, put your hands up, wave them side to side. Lay down, lay down tonight, we gonna buy like $29.99. Right, this kind of funny, it's on the top, see, plus one time, ain't tripping on me, on my girl legs from the bars and my top jeans, like boots and mosquitoes. Mexican, half black, Filipino. It's all good now, man, so the chick that ain't got no fun, it's in like a juice on half a million. All but the feeling, that was everybody in the house, get their hands in the ceiling. Cause check it out, baby. Mr. Lonely Farm, and my homie Troy Eric Dawkins. Y'all know how easy does it. You know, everybody in the place, stick 'em up. Get your hands up high, baby. Noise maker, home maker, for life, baby. Come on, come on.
I love G-Fiber.
I love my G-Fiber. Google Fiber's the best. Fast and reliable.
Quality's great, speed's great, affordable, $70 a month. You can't really beat that.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Don't even have to try. It just happens. I've been on autopilot, anything I never see, I'm still gonna make out issues, I'm still
Check this out, baby. This one right here going out for all the men that be perpetrating. Like they're doing some kind of gospel rap. But you really trying to make some cheddar, baby. You know what I'm talking about? If you ain't about that, you better recognize. Get with the whole rap, I think you know what I'm talking about? Let the spirit real playalistic type of stuff. Let y'all know how we be doing it over here. It's just another sunny day in Canada. I felt the band. Beat the rap while the two stations shake to their gospel rap. You're chasing out there on the Sam 7 track. I think the West Coast beats to get this California crowd dancing and bouncing like the 64. He's like, cool, bro. Keep me at the studio. Take the beats down and I hit the streets up. What he don't keep my thigh. He Benny Hoppers, them like the rally like almost I died. I'm sick of rappers entertaining. While they playing and praying, we slamming hands. Go to my concert and trying to play it. Playing in the spirit, fully delivered. Go through my hands like urban in the river. I spit the type of rhymes that make demons tremble and shiver. And Bible games, I get forgiven instead of feeling tripped. In all the rest don't mean jack to me. Why? Cause me and demons got beef like Tupac and Biggie. Wow. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the flame. Reach thugs that can't bang and slang candy without the Great Commission movement, man. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the flame. Reach thugs that can't bang and slang candy without the Great Commission movement, man. For once before, how much long I keep score? How many records have the gospel store? Fuck that, I ain't got to hip hop no more. I'm out saving the money, and that's the liquor store. I represent the truth. Ain't concerned with all the hype, but just a racket, dead battle rapping the season. I use my skills in the gift for the ones who paid and not entertainment. Well, I ain't getting full clubs out of love. In the clubs on the street, better than bad drugs. The mad slugs laying kids like slugs on the ground. All your partners are giving you fake hugs. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the flame. Brothers that can't bang and slang can't without the Great Commission movement, man. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the flame. Brothers that can't bang and slang can't without the Great Commission movement, man. This is the new guys name, the game fame. Demon star guy. Oh, I saw that KJ Owens, how your message, man. You was thinking about praising the Lord. Now you sing the police there because they pray they fail. Makes the crowd more generous. Money galore is located in the better section of the music. And the use of the game that made you ain't feel. Generic face snake will sell out guys for a like a deal. And massive field, put you out the Benjamins. Call me and my clique. Put a click to the very end. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the pain. Those that can't bang and slang can't without the Great Commission movement, man. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the pain. Reach those that can't bang and slang can't without the Great Commission movement, man. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the pain. Those that can't bang and slang can't without the Great Commission movement, man. We ain't representing the pain that comes first with the pain. Reach those that can't bang and slang can't without the Great Commission movement, man.
Out of the car, sicko.
Last time he breaks curfew. It's my son. He's a teenager. I'm looking for a teenage boy.
Psycho West Coast riding beats. Psycho West Coast riding beats.
You know your lungs coach with they say the talk step to me, talking bad. They really got that bitch. Shout, flip, states and G's. On their knees, reaching from California to the floor as they can. Maybe making the world pop that smoking the earth and dipping in 60 clothes, hitting switches on the turf and slugs. Back in place, bump that bass with the sanctified sounds. Cause that's how you chase like runs. And I take your feel so good. When I bump the skies, my music will it's convenient. Pass the beat and then take it to my hand. Take it in one day. Till the end of my people send the 415 510 916. Man, chips with sticks together like cement. Break now just bounce to this playlist. They only own it. What? Thanks. Side to side and tone rock. With a feeling from the kid that's having one socks. So surprising. So, but you know your dogs to cook. Yeah, thanks. Side to side and tone rock. With a feeling from the kid that's having one socks. So surprising. So, but you know your dogs to cook. Ain't no talking. Looking deep into talking. Slipping in the Cadillac. Bumping, humping, and talking. Got me wrapped up. See the county playing over the west side, son. They rise like the Hill's Angels. And they call it Southern Cowboys with the blue range. Swinging their arms and screaming, like this. Before I make a beat up in the blue flex, like the right for your shorts now. Hold up, wait a minute, cause ain't no lie. The Holy Ghost ain't rolled up in it. I get drunk in the spirit on the day to day. Send for the word to all of my partners catching cases. Racist, it's true. I root flamed up, but it's true. God wanna bless you. 3, 4, 5, now close your eyes and put this in your mind while you lie and get side to side and turn around with a baby from the kid that can't even side. So strong, so for you to know your dogs to go. Get side to side and turn around with a baby from the kid that can't even side. So strong, so for you to know your dogs can't stop. Making sounds you got for him. The day that I drop like two do you believe me? I put my big in God and you'll be pleasing. To the heat that I won't give the peaches. Over the feeling, got the ground screaming, dancing on the feeling. So hate if you want to say what you speak, the gospel out without bone. It's like I live without it. It's like a sway without tent. Catching breath on these California streets without get on that dick. Bibles, I'm still packing up. You checking demons with them 24 packing up. Yes. Side to side and tongue with a people from the kid that can't even stop. So strong, so for you to know your dogs to come. Side to side and tongue with a people from the kid that can't even stop. So strong, so for you to know your dogs to come. Side to side and tongue with a people from the kid that can't even stop. So strong, so for you to know your dogs to come. Side to side and come back with a people from the kid that can't even stop. So strong, so for you to know your dogs to cruise with. So that I'm obsessed with my singing you got it, don't let me. It's your life. Trust me, got to be in the front. That's right, it's part of the world. That's what you're talking about. What if you lose the other one? Intentionally. Talk on the beat, and if I got heat, then bump it. Cadillac's better, dump it. Yeah, everybody better. The ladies in the front, dump it. DJ better, dump it. It's in the beat, you believe it, ain't no people like to play. Breaking fundamentals, yeah, play it down while everybody happy with you. On the west side, you both sky high. You willing in this city, blood in the Crips play with that kings in that safe. Bell leg and 10 close to tank to the bed saints. Come on, E-class, 20 years, lives in the wood, brain dance, right level with the DVD. TV playing down in the SUV. Come on, in the truck for the people to beat. If I got heat, then dump it. Cadillac's better, dump it. Now everybody better. Yes. Guns with trucks in the front, the ladies in the front, bump it. DJ's better dump it. It's 20, it's 5, it's 50. When you close in the G guys in the D guys, the Indians, Cherokees in the E guys. In the hood of your body, when you call your Chevy, money car, when you Lamborghini, top down, that's right, get down. Make a run to the CPT, all in Frisco to the NYC, come on. Truck on the beat, you know I got heat, then bump it. Cadillac's better, dump it. Ladies in the front, bump it. DJ's better, dump it. Come on, it's in the middle of the bus. Try to mix the projects with it. Get traffic, blast it in it.
be dancing. And you tell me no, like, rain from every day the fancy on the top, yours. Damn, he's only come for the old sale. When the flipping and picking, and at the wicked and spinning, and the seven, and the kicking, and the shooting of my talk on the beat, the beat, I got heat, then bumping, Cadillacs better jumping, everybody better turn. With trucks in the club, the ladies in the bras, and bumping, DJs better jumping. If you talk on the beat with the beat, I got heat, then bumping, Cadillacs better jumping, everybody better turn. The thugs with trucks in the club, the ladies in the bras, and bumping, DJs better jumping. Check this out, man. When you roll and you ride down the freeway, you better dump this, you know what I'm saying? When you sitting there and you sit, dump this bass on the whole stereo. No matter where you at, East Coast, West Coast, Europe, Spain, Jamaica, it don't matter, baby, you know what I'm saying? Make noise, get the neighbors mad. We gonna drink this up for the year 2001 and beyond, baby. Y'all know how we do this. Slick a boneyard, you know it's made for life, baby. Drink this up.
Want something, Vern?
More?
Yep, protein, Eggo waffles. I don't know what you're going through right now, Playboy. Maybe you lost a loved one, maybe you're going through trials and tribulations. But all I know is only Christ can take the pain and wipe those tears from your lonely eyes. I know the smoke that you feeling down by the bones of jumping from the try to pay the misery. Look for the smells of heaviness that you find the drugs that you Hennessy. Come along with me if you want to hear what the money doesn't stick in the blessing. The one with the water, the one that wants about the road, the fish to the lakes with the evil bloody cure leprosy. The seeds when your friends ain't there, you remember that nobody can't got still there. Let it cancel your burdens away, let them in your eyes every day. And I pray that every lyric I speak will be minister to the very gifts of your soul. And I'ma let the whole world know that he can make things white as snow. That every blessing is español. Para mexicano, cubano, panameño, colombiano, argentino, chileno, nicoya, puertorriqueño, lo que yo te enseño a usar, lo que te enseñaron desde pequeño. This is too metal, I'm making kids in the middle. Let me know that you know what I'm talking about. Give it the shout, let it all out like tears and beats. I'm trying to reach the beats in the spots. Niggas in the clubs, my partner singing drugs, junkies and slugs. Looking for love in the mess up. That's cold like a freezer. This one's on the PI now. I'm a bitch for the guy like the beat. Got they call Peter. Me now. That you might be going through the thing on juice, but the teeth still unfused. So it's all good. Like you wipe me out. Jesus said that everything's gonna be alright. Then come on then. Even when it seems like nobody really needs it. And it hits prayer, don't cry, and you're the eyes. I wanna wipe the tears, but you know in your eyes. It's gonna be alright tonight, you might be going through some things, but joy comes in the morning time, and I pray that do this right. Touching your mind, body, and soul, and I'm taking the song. It's just a guy in your problems, and everything gonna be praying in the night to be lonely. Bring it to the Lord, but please hold the soul by the torment, and I'm in a broken heart, and I'm lost in the valley, you're the one that console me slow, that keeps the pain, and I've been holding deep, even when it's not seen, and sometimes I wanna make it a second and flame, keep on me to 7 on the chin. I need a real friend who won't leave me, who won't save me, even if the whole group hates me, who makes me feel like somebody that's wrong with my life, and on my phone, when I'm playing hate me, I see some of the drugs, so I'm alive. So many of them get down, and the one who's I never got to say goodbye. Look to the sky, break the Lord, hear my cry. The cities will be set free. Take away the state of misery and deliver me from the hands of the enemy. So the blessing together for Calvary, you give me the courage to life without fantasy. Lift you the hands to the all my needs, so I'm down on my knees. Begging, Lord, please forgive me from this day forward. I promise to follow wherever you lead. Wipe my tears.
Wants to wipe your tears away. Body can driving something always been changing. Wants to wipe your tears away. Cause even when it seems like nobody really cares, Jesus just there and he hears your prayer, and he hears your prayer. Don't cry, don't be crying. You wonder what the kids will know. It's gonna be alright and down. I think I'm gonna do some things, but another joy comes in the morning time, and a day that do describe. I'm touching your mind, body and soul, little bit in control. You doesn't got to get bothered to get that, and everything gonna be alright.
Fast is just the beginning. Love for its great Wi-Fi, award-winning app, and calls answered in seconds. Now with Wi-Fi 7, free custom install, and battery backup. G-Fiber. Finally, internet you need.
God won't give me more than I can bear. No, I wouldn't give myself more than I can bear. God is all I got. I am all I got. God decides if it's good or bad. I do decide if it's good or bad. Jesus loves you. I do love myself. God's a jealous God. I'm jealous of shit. God's word don't never change. I don't never go back on my word. God knows everything. I do know everything. Ouch! My lip hurts. Ha ha, my ass. I do that shit where I scratch. You know, I lick my lips on like blistex and shit. And then I do this shit where I scratch my lip with my teeth. Like I slide my teeth down my lip and scratch the saliva off or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. And then that shit hurt. Man, I just did that shit. I forgot. I slid my teeth down my lip. That shit fucking hurt. But how come enjoying evil shit not good enough for evil people? They gotta let you know they enjoyed it. That seems weird. Almost performative. If I was to judge shit. My lip hurt, man.
Check this out, baby. West side at its hardest. We got to show you what this California street life like. California, home with the Crips in the blood. We do it like this, baby. It's like this now. Take the players and families and roll dice. Make it steal. It's like
Yeah, I'm sorry. Shit.
Make it the players and families and roll dice. Make it steal. It's like folks. You see me. Play out the liberty league. They don't touch it. They roll like hot in the trap. Roll double off for the champagne. Weeks and bars and caviar. Living the life of love. Moving the drugs. Ducking the slug. Hand of a bus. Hand of a bug. Associated with some old kids. Those kids
Home videos, drug dealers, cop killers, the drug lords, stacking their fingers, triggers, and leave a body floating in the river. In the jungle, making man skrill, but then I can't retrieve my ghost feeding from a land where everybody got a stand for themselves. Half of the homies who 25 is like the same. It's like we well in the pits of hell with no bail. Take no cash, really close it by the end of this bell. It's my crop when it's lonely jail sales. And what the deposit of I'm on the game from drug sales. It's like it's down, drugs and drugs, dice. And get the waves and fantasy and dice. And you see it looks like bugs. You see it, I'm on the way of the living. It's like what? Push that one, you got dice. And get the waves and fantasy and dice. And you see it looks like bugs. You see it, we are on the way of the living. In street life, street life is the only life I know. Got the hustle, it's me, streets and grind that make go. Count the phone, jump in the system. My hands are everything they go. Yeah, yo, this was the life of scene right so you can play. Everybody smoking chronic, sipping 98 proof. Ain't no happy days, the sunshine. In my hood, it's the crime burn in one time. Slugs flying, and everybody trying to come up with the evil drug game. Same pictures of bullets just increase the pain. Cocaine and methamphetamine. Hold on, now I keep it open to the death of me. So let it be. It's me. When they bury me, it's so so I wipe the tears from my eyes, and that's God. How many lonely pay for tears while I cry? See, like nobody even cares. I'm trying to get a job, but they say it's don't feel misunderstood from a young day. That's why I turned every nigga into 12 days on a rampage from my adolescent. Every single pushing for special lessons. For anybody second guessing, every kid a test. Ain't nothing even trust them. So, don't get your kids richer. If they get made bold, if the smoke and the guns got. And everybody wonder why the thugs had clocks. They keep cops on the purchase. Seems like everybody in the ghetto is turning to the church and what's going to be everybody found that that's right. Big guy can help me out. I'm looking for an escape. It's like rich down drugs and drugs nights. Taking the ways and plantation roll dice. You can see it's like drugs. You see it's
Rally to the defense of the work yard.
Check this out. I was about to get white glass here. Hey, boss. Go, man. Strong time.
yo, my lyrics back like a Gina. He's a rapper, pick up the mic and he knows she play Latina. From the dick up the dick of her routine. I'm bitch like in the gas, but if you break out, but if you smoke, I eat out. Me and me, kind of feel believe that they don't familia. No soy gallina, still in the demons, it's a best familia. From me, it's in the let me got things that exposed to me, something's at the altar. Say things like forgive me. People, please listen, you don't think it's a big delivery. Listen, from the trace, ain't skinny, keep up with one. See it, you don't have to try it. These things do it, you listen and you do this dark. And the time is present, but then it's and you like to stick a worship my God. And we got it, we said I don't know. I can feel it's almost one of pilot to pass from China. I bring the thing like the sun. When I write like Solana, says one trouble face in the place. Try to look at swear. The kiddies, but in the seats and check the top. In the seats, the kiddies, says one trouble face in the flesh. Try to look at swear. The kiddies, but in the seats and check the top. Get on my knees and watch my brother's feet. You put the speaker, judge with the journey of the cheek. Look at my phone, 170 times an hour. Just the evil 70 times 7. Richard churches with talks. Living together, thinking, feeling that they can never be forgiven. Yeah, praying and trying to give it so I can see you. That's to the heart and operate. You won't keep it when I be speaking. You can't so I'm thinking with 62 clips that I'm hitting. So to the heart, we wrestle on it. That's the same thought. That's in pockets with God's love. Fall, you can't struggle with the dark. So, the old man get hard on. It is the way it is coming out of my side. Yo, I'm into Jesus Christ to the Bible. That's what I'm saying.
That's real, dog.
By repelling the invaders here today. For Argon!
What if you lose? What if you lose the argument? Intentionally. For your popularity. On purpose. What if you lose some ego? Your time. Your control. What if you lose? For someone else.
Check it out, man. I here in California. A lot of young players got dreams. I used to have big dreams, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted, though. That's what I wanted to be. Thanks, one dream. Biggest drug empires and be the first on in my time. Especially hustlers who were battalions. Wanted to stick without even the fire. Taking them track drugs, got taken by stores, the drug spots. Blacks cotton for volume, blood cotton. 5 shots for one of these haters trying to take the stuff. Drug balls, niggas, but not some people even come. So shit, empty in the box, like no tripping. Don't want to beat the bones like George King. Ripping and dipping in Cadillacs and people's fucking other people. Ripping the more drugs of every day. Show me my people's every carry your body to the bank. Desert for me, bury ya. I ain't scared of y'all's in the area. Got body got you around me, won't hesitate to take the area. It's in this life of a drug king. I control everything. Haters bow down and kiss my pinky frame. One in the life of drug, sex, and weed in American dream. Man, you could be a second dream. It was my dream. Drugs, sex, and weed in American dream. It was all a dream. Drugs, sex, and weed in American dream. Man, you could be a second dream. It was my dream. Drugs, sex, and weed in American dream. One in the life of Lamborghinis. That's the most business. Best balls, but fast, not just superstars. All and everything in it. So the artillery and narcotics, the president in the Senate. Every minute I'm shipping kids on the seas, the dog G's, the corn trees, the palm trees, and palm trees. It's the high like the ceiling, they get the killing. I'm just getting them plus feeling. I ain't feeling remorse. It's a one leave my first hand. The bad jet straight off the full body full of open lead. Made us devils between each other. That's what they tell us. The bitches my heart to the first like the Imperialist. Prolexis and fresh legs. Hence my necklace. Got diamonds giving the Texas. We get this. Proud of how the phone go. Mark up. Why? Mamma mia. Launder the money through the media. Unmarked bills. Unmarked kills. The blood spills. Shoot them to their bodies. Stay still. The feet to the church. Consume them and pay off that cops. Thank the communion. One in the life of Trump sex. Ain't in American brain. And in the second train. It was my dream. Cross sex. Ain't in American brain. It was all the train. Hey, James. Straight dog, I'm tripping, South Logan, it's wild by shooting all kinds of stuff. That ain't me no more, man. I'm drinking 8-2-87. Look at that Tennessee, you can't want to go to heaven. Look at 27, strong, long, keep it done. Ain't for feathers, bitches with all the drugs. You can see the blood spilling from the sand on the drums. But these are guys so that this shit is so be bloody. Pay the cops to stop the spirit show from the college. Watch it blood bubbles and come with preachers, apostles and teachers, blind creatures and grim people. Got me good. Stand the scene in the bleachers when I'm doing my thing on stage. Let me just pick the dogs. Pick the words that we should have so many people didn't think about the love. Gonna beat that thing when the camera see me over the head TV. Rip your kicking and throwing nuts. We get gotta flip it like bitch for the man it is. Check it out when we getting high. Let's keep it, baby. I don't wanna die. One in the night with Trump says to me in your American brain. And then look in the second train. It was my brain. Cross sex and we in your American brain. It was all a dream. Sex and we in your American dream. And it looked in the second train. It was my brain. Cross sex and we in your American dream. It was all a dream. One in the night with Trump sex and we in your American brain. And it looked in the second train. It was my brain. Cross sex and we in your American dream. It was all a dream. Sex and we in your American dream. And it looked in the second train. It was my brain. Cross sex and we in your American dream. It was all a dream.
Music is the foundation of my marriage, and music plays a big part in my law firm. In law school, I met my wife. I joined a band that she was in. We have 3 beautiful daughters, and they all sing and play together. Nothing is more important to me than my family. We have something called inspiration. Every morning, the law firm gets together and we sing together to rev ourselves up, to be passionate, and bring out everything that we have to offer the community as personal injury attorneys. Experiencing the personal injury experience. My brother was a victim of medical malpractice. Going through that experience, I think that really prepared me for helping the people that I represent. I'm going to take you from the beginning to the end and put you in the driver's seat. And you're going to feel like you have someone there who's a friend and a guardian.
I was making a right-hand turn, had my blinker on, and a truck hits me. Getting hit by a truck is really a scary experience, and I really didn't know what to do. I ended up in the emergency room, and I couldn't get anybody to help me because I was out in the country. I felt alone. I felt like I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what to do. I got James on the phone, and I felt comfortable. Whenever I come here, everybody's kind, everybody's upbeat. I got here, and they started singing. They started laughing and singing, and they're like, hey, come sing along. And I'm thinking, is this a law firm? And in fact, it is. And it's a really good law firm because it's the person first. They care, and they have compassion. And that's really vital to me. It's a law firm that is making a difference to me. And that's what it is.
Everyone that I've hired that works for me has the same passion and tenacity that I have for my clients. I founded the Children's Foundation. It's called the Roswell Foundation for Injured Children. And we have a rock band, the KC Biker Band, and we play motorcycle events, and we play to raise money for injured children. Everything I do is designed to help injured people. And when you come to us, you're going to get empathy, compassion, tenacity, over 100 years of experience with our training. And we're going to get you through the process so you can focus on your health and getting back to where you were before the accident.
You can't make this on the right. First thing, watch that, cause we back like 40 strikes. You spin rounds and race the street like it's a woman mix and try to fit. There's no better what to do. Cause when you think, you don't quit on that, and that's you. You're gonna forget, ain't to stop. Begin with gang, only one, only on the game. We beat it up, things, same paper and same rider. Left side, only difference in my pizza, the tighter. That's real, throw your hands in the sky if you ain't for me. I represent them, and that's why I'm family. Better trust, cause it's the million killers. Get your drug dealers and cop dealers, making trouble. Living them with dealers, using really tactics, preachers, bloods, and all the thugs that are moving to love and sin. Trying to say us, dipping and navigators, passing all of the haters. Making right music strictly for the creator, but what came from the change in the open racial speaks stand from sayers. Dipping and navigators, passing all of your haters. Making right music strictly for the creator, but what came from the change in the open racial. Just take breakfast and gang niggas. Rappers ain't just no matter rapper, battle the bandanas. Nothing from one time. That's when the sunshine projects are better with thugs and doing crime. Prime time to paint a better picture. That's the way we're losing the thugs picture. That's why we fucking straight scandalous. Los Angeles, made players so hard as I can handle us. Love's flying in every direction. You got all these people living in the prisons and drug addicts. Ain't just a shame. That's why we do our gang. The neck against the blood streams, Latinos, and Puerto Ricans. Every weekend we've been speaking and preaching, teaching how we need to be preaching. They keep us sleeping while the devil's creeping. Making the wicked suckers' names on cost trains. And lift up and raise the king of kings like a cost here. From sayers, like niggas, dipping and navigators, gossiping on all you haters. Making right of music strictly for the creator. One more game from the chains and the hope and racial speaks there. From sayers, like niggas, dipping and navigators, gossiping on all you haters. Making right of music strictly for the creator. One more game from the chains and the hope and racial. Making moves like a shoot ball. Play a hater, don't get it twisted like football. We don't cheese and family that sit together like Siamese. Twins and Chinese, feet right from Chinese. On the bus for the Lucky Luciano. Danny Roscoe, and Mr. Carolina. He told me my time from the Bible. With my left under that we call it Jimmy Hopper. Can't forget about chasing down day. Cause when Tom say he makes the beats on bang. That's the thing that I'm talking about. And if you ain't there with us, then back up before you get smashed. From the seconds. Dipping and navigators, gossiping on you haters. Making right of music strictly for the creator. But what came from the change and the open racial music. From the seconds. Dipping and navigators. From the
Shaking, shooting like niggas, dipping the navigators, cashing all you haters. Make it rhyme, strictly for the data for the game.
Keep it up. Needing neutralize their defenses.
When you deliver with DoorDash, you get to choose when you do it and when you don't.
Okay, I think I'll do it now.
That works, yeah. But if it doesn't, you can also set your schedule around the other commitments.
Good, because I have a lot of those.
Tell me about it. So whenever it works well for you, you can make a few extra bucks.
I guess I'll do like an hour though.
I appreciate you worked out for me, raised me, and always got it in the ministry. She saved me from the streets and protected me from my enemy. At the time, I knew she get so far. Lo que siempre mi corazón vive soy yo de ti. Me creas está más de ti, siempre me haces. Yo voy a ir con el mero todo. A true father sent from up above. Friendship with discipline, can't be any other. A strong nigga, big power. Moved to Frisco, California, dependent of a mama. Work higher than the average to keep a smile on the pretty face. The perfect gentleman, full of God's love and grace. I hate the ways of the Lord of my birth and age. And he always told me, don't forget to give God the praise. And everything you do, but I hold it up to you. No matter what I'm going, no, I can count on you. Even if all my friends turn rejected, I know you're still there to love and protect me. You can stuff with my mama through the drums. And regardless of my mistakes and blood, like the shoes of truth, Father, I'll honor you till the day I'm done. I love you, Bobby, that's the reason that I wrote the song. I appreciate you worked out for me, raised me, and always got it in the ministry. She's taking for the streets and protecting me from my enemy. Cada saben que tú sopas, lo que siempre mi corazón y que soy yo de ti. Me creas hasta más de ti, siempre me haces tú sonreír. Having kids to be a trouble making kid, got an elementary. So many trials and lessons that you bestowed upon your son time and time again. Taught me the difference from a boy and be a man. With your example of love and responsibility. Don't let nobody get you down, love your enemies. Remember, keep it going, watch me play baseball. Make it all cold, and none of you can ever feel the love that I hold inside. For the one who brought me into this world, I don't know until I die. I love you. I didn't see it, you hooked up on me, raised me, and always got it in the ministry. Safety first for me, protecting me from my enemy. But saben lo que puso para mí, lo que llega a mi corazón y que soy yo de ti. Me creas hasta más de siempre me haces just like anybody else can have a motion down. But they will always want my dogs and have their pops around. And if they did, then all they do was drink and beat their mama. And abuse them, just disrespect and hate for working harder. Now my father, he taught me love your mama, she's a queen. Pull out a champ in the doors and give her anything. My heart desires, daddy. Appreciate how you protected us and kept it real. Even if paying for that famous pieces in the field. Never so long, but I know you the heat. Some riders with the clothes with the catch us on my feet. And there ain't no jail inside my mind, so I'm around the gun. Jump in front of the woods and take just to save your son. Nobody know my daddy meaning. I appreciate all them hard times. Everything you did was strong. Simple, hot. Got number love for you, man. I appreciate you worked out for me, raised me, and always got it in the ministry. Saved my streets and protected me from my enemy. Every time I look for miles, no te siempre mi corazón y que soy yo de ti. Me creas hasta más de ti, siempre me haces sonreír. I appreciate you worked out for me, raised me, and always got it in the ministry. Saved my streets and protected me from my enemy. That's how it is. Don't get scared of me, gonna show me sweet on the team. Like they have to stop my thing, every day on the team. So I am cheating, but don't know. Raise me, they don't rhythm got it in the ministry. Save me from the streets, protected me from my enemy. I'm in so bad. Don't get scared of me, gonna show me sweet on the team. Like they have to stop my thing, every day on the team.
Nothing doing.
Oye, brother, mírame. Chupame talking about Jesus. But you don't know what you're talking about, man. Mira, vamos a escupirle en este micrófono y vamos a matar al demonio ahorita. For anybody out there, you know, you want to talk about Jesus Christ, I'm going to let you know, man, Jesus is real, brother. Now let's cook at it, Demo. She got me playing on. Speed of my friends tell me flipping, be fat like the hobby. Fly like a pair of shooters. The head wanna be messing with the best from the wild, wild west. You wanna get intricate, no sweat, spit your verbs and pronouns. Wanna be spraying with the tech, cause y'all get wet. Then I get spec like that. Organized round bambinos, always catch wreck. It's ORC, nigga, how they die. Bumping in your speaker, uno salvanica, explica, diga, mente. I'm the setting up like with the Tifa. Mr. All mi gente, discos de vente. Pero with the brick that's cold like a rock oriente. Hoy entiende, yo soy el da, forget the balada. I'm there to assassinate like Tony Montana. Oh, I'm just civilians, ain't next to millions. Price get behind like a switch to reptilian. It's 98, still you wanna play it, hey. Upset cause I've been ripping the microphone since it came, but now I'm coming brand new like the heavies. Rolling the Chevys, pushing back them seas off the levees. I'm still the lyrical assassin. So we got to get because you're
no screaming.
should I know who she be talking to? And I'm playing hard, it's back in it. Should I know who she be talking to, man? It's 1 6 haters with the marketing real. Should I know who she be talking to, man? And all you fake busted poets screaming, God ain't real. Should I know who she be talking to, man? First two, I'm about to take out your with the people come through. Stick it like a root, you still keep the rhyme. Yeah, the show, because the rhyme like the man who scream. Now say, if you didn't know by that, well, Jesus be me, bye. Just wanna battle, grab the mic, let's do it. All these rappers couldn't hang if their names were Judas. Now watch me strike like Bison with rhymes that being Tyson. Rappers judge my style, so they wanna bite like Mike Tyson. I'm still coming super sick, sucker free like DJ Quinn. What a leave exactly felt like a PD Peter. Phony bone, phony on, all night. Represent all cartel, man, chill, hit the ground. Wanna get the upper flip, with me and the devil, problems like the blood and crips. So make that talk about you got it real. Should I know who to be talking to, man? And all the thugs playing hard cause it's back in their steam. Oh yeah, should I know who to be talking to, man? It's water triple 6 hands with the mark on their grills. Should I know who to be talking to, man? And all you fake buster lovers screaming, God ain't real. Should I know who to be talking to, man? Now watch me still on the devil like Kirk Franklin and the family lyrics. So ready, got my mics on display at the gallery. So keep the lyrics of the hoodlum. Redeem, I'm found a die gospel legend like the late Keith Green. Now I mean, stick 'em up. Lyrics, I flip 'em up in a room more dark than Snoop and Dogg. That's a corrupt. I'm blowing up like grenades of Vietnam. For lyrics bad like Clint Street in the world of jokes. So get yours. I know I'm a show, get mine. It's all fun. California night in the summertime. Rolling these bottles and regals. Stacking chicks illegal. Waiting, staying true to Christ. That's why I stay paid, baby. Only boy, you like the grace from Monza. Fly like the mighty Corsa. Lyrical Corsa Nostra. Playing the gospel like Colombian drug dealers. So now that you look at these, I don't like fakes. Just on these. Talk about you got it real. Should I know who to be talking to, man? And all the thugs playing hard cause they packing it.
steam. Oh yeah, should I know what you be talking about? You want to twist for 6 haters with the mark on their grills? Should I know what you be talking about? And all you fake fucking poets screaming God ain't real. Should I know what you be talking about? To all you ideas talk about you God ain't real. Should I know what you be talking about? And all the folks playing hard cause they packing their steel. Oh yeah, should I know what you be talking about? To all the 666 haters with the mark on their grills? Should I know what you be talking about? And all you fake fucking poets screaming God ain't real. Should I know what you be talking about? Oye, papi, mira, should I know what you talking about when you talk about Jesus Christ, el creador del universo, bro. Él es el rey de reyes y señor de señores. When you talk about him, it's like you talking about me, man. So you know what? You better recognize. Vaya, vamos acá afuera. Sácame de aquí, bro.
Still not picking up.
Well, that's the last time this kid brings courtesy. What's my son? He's a teenager, floppy hair, skinny kid. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Hi. I'm looking for a teenage boy.
Like underage?
Yes. 15. Slim build.
Out of the car, sit out.
Family proves your family. We live in London. The trails, the man of London. The never rich, they have to leave now. We make it come. The world is my type of spiritually walking on 44 days with the Lord. Directly to the Almighty. Simply for blessing me up with from poverty straight to luxury enemy with chasing the eagle shrimp stampede with options treated on my plate. Feeling like Bugsy. See, fresh tip me out like an eagle. Be pulling in my regal. Baby, Vigo. 25 down the boulevard. From a demon's card. My everything fat like on a kite, like a leotard. Follow me, I swallow this. Average MC, like a head of history, cause they give it out of me. Got a feel, tight, it's a technique pound, it's a crystal lamp, it's slip from here down, lost, it's easily on BSS and they keep us like energy and French. What's up, degree? It's like everything moved again, back again, fill up with my people from Frisco, it's the E of Bisco, we lay out on it, it's the real man of it, it's rich and they have to take down, they make it come, spiritually walking on the face with the lyrically, we live in London. But you feel the man of Brooklyn. They up the face now, we make it come. Spiritually walking on the face. Lyrically. Who you be playing? Mother of my shit. You get the script and let mother always at ease. I'm coming up, I can see the print telling me you want this wrong. Knocking dollars in the street. I remember the days of sticking up the blood. If I was wrong, niggas fooling for the buzz. You come up with the immigrants of everything. Tony Montana, Tony on the future on the way. Running crazy and I'm talking about me. These control it. Come to see the mind, it's already in. That's me. I need to do for the knees. The biggest boss, just a guy, don't start the keys. Watch these, for the fathers, it's stupid, you want to be shot. College company, it's not a jet, it's all about the like a jet. Check the rush, see for my son of blood, we can go, the commerce, man. We live in Conspiracy walking on 24 days. Lyrically, we live in the man of we make it come. It's not a conspiracy walking on 24 days. Lyrically, ain't no job. 415 and flossing and bones, talking about me Frisco, Friday. Reach the head of the crack customers. One in this industry, so I just break in a secular territory. Got red laboratories, experience in myself. The ones that take away from it. Exclusive to the blood. Oh, you didn't know my stuff. You suited to the body like Pepto-Bismol. So, and the teaspoon, what's no student, but the figure is from facts in the upper so I'ma stay firm. It don't really toss up the night again. Gotta go, jam the jaw, make your head out like a seesaw. Let me do this with my feet up and he got it. Sit me in the trumpet. ORCB and stuff, a bulldog, she live in London. Man, me up the league down, baby, make it go. Spiritually walking on 24 days. Lyrically, we live in London. The man of me up the league down, baby, make it go. Spiritually walking on 24 days.
even done it. The man of business. They on the league down, they make it good. The one that's on top of spiritually walking on 24 lyrically, we didn't love it. The man of business. They on the league down, they make it good. The one that's on top of spiritually walking on 24 switch to go lyrically.
So you can turn your girlfriend's hangry puppy into your biggest fan. Is my ooh, ooh. That's how I make friends too.
We had no idea what we were capable of. It was time for us to
Cheque, estamos aquí en el estudio como a las 3, 4 de la mañana, man. Y puedo hacer algo así para mi mami, la que me quedó. Do something for letting people out, you know. Baby, check it out.
Yo esto pa' mi vida, la reina de mi vida tan bonita, desde chiquita respetado como señorita, cada 10 años siempre le canto las mañanitas, como a las 6 de la mañana cuando el gallo grita. Le escribo a mami su propia canción, para que ella sepa que esto viene de mi corazón. Me acuerdo cuando me dijo, Vico, escribe las rancheras, y yo le dije, mami, eso es una gran rockera. I wanna be a West Coast rapper, mama, make the cheddar, y representar mi bandera que es salvadoreña, y mi nicaragüense, chao para toda mi gente, y mucho amor para el que me tuvo dentro de su vientre. La mi mente en mi sombra cuando está caliente, y mi puente cuando el agua está muy alto y fuerte, la que me daría cualquier cosa que yo le pedía. Mi mami linda, gracias por darle a tu hijo vida.
Ahí está, patrón. Muchas gracias por todo lo que han hecho en mi vida. Tú sabes cómo es. Vamos así, pues. Vamos a cantar.
Traigo así, traigo. Yo le doy a mi linda, la que me cuidó, la que me dio un abrigo cuando tenía frío, donde te quiera chico, me hace cariño con abrazos, besos y cosas que me cocinó. A mi linda, la que me cuidó, la que me dio un abrigo cuando tenía frío, donde te quiera chico, me hace cariño con abrazos, besos y cosas que me cocinó. Pa' mi mami linda, para mí, para mí, para mí, para mí, mami, mami, mi mami, mi mami, para mi mami, mi mami, mi mami. Vamos así, mira. Vamos a tirar algo así para todas las ciudades, los países de Latinoamérica, man. Para toda mi gente en Nicaragua, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panamá, Puerto Rico, dominicanos, man, tú sabes. Todos los cubanos que están por allá haciendo ruido, tú sabes. Eso para toda la gente, goza, chicos, goza. Ok, man, vamos con las pistas cabe ya. Ya nos vemos. Chicos, chicos.
Gaming before was never like this. If money was on the line, you tried. If money was on the line, you gave it all you had. Even if money wasn't on the line, you wanted to put on a performance and try your best for your community because your community is going to see the effort that you put in and they're going to be like, oh man, you did your best, good stuff. But they like this little, oh, your feelings matter. You did everything that you could, Warren. Like, I hate that mindset nowadays, dog. I really do. These niggas bother my spirit. Gaming before was never like this. If money was on the line, you tried. If money was on the line, you gave it all you had. Even if money wasn't on the line, you wanted to put on a performance and try your best for your community because your community is going to see the effort that you put in and they're going to be, oh man, you did your best, good stuff. But you know, this little, oh, you're feeling you did everything that you could. Like,
That's right.
It's an 8% white global. Brakes are right around 30% white. I'll look at the overflow for that.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? What's good?
Playing game.
What's all right?
Playing the game.
Oh, you said laying down?
Playing the PlayStation.
Oh. I don't know nothing. I was calling you back. I'm just saying happy birthday. How are you, 90?
Oh no, I stopped counting at like 37, so probably like 38.
Yeah, I think you probably at 90 then.
I'm probably at like 38 or so, I don't know. 40, somewhere. I quit counting, though. I'm gonna count later on today or so.
Why are you sleeping so bad?
Cause I'm probably on, cause I'm streaming. Everybody can hear you.
Why are you streaming? You're at home.
I said I'm streaming. I'm streaming on the game.
Streaming? I think I'm
Yeah, so I got the Bluetooth.
stranded.
I got
I'm
the.
still in my house. If you're gonna be at home holding your phone.
I got the Bluetooth. Okay, that's not. I got the Bluetooth playing, so the Bluetooth speaker probably either.
Okay, my parents kids pay when they get up for Christmas stuff. I know, you know. Let me get back on these phones. I was just trying to tell you that real quick.
Alright.
Okay, baby.
approach a stark 3.8 degrees Celsius of the year heat. And
That's a lot.
That the IPCC wanted to limit warming to just 1.5 degrees, you start to see just how extreme this really is.
Right, yes.
And it's not just the temperatures we should be worrying about either.
And let me put this in American for the Americans. I didn't know it was this bad. 37 degrees. Oh my God. A super El Nino is coming in 2026. Video by Ask from Earth. Yeah, despite what the title may suggest, this is not an incoming Marvel movie starring a Hispanic superhero called El Nino. No, this is actually talking about a weather phenomenon that is going to destroy the lives of millions and millions of people. Yeah, that's actually what's happening. Turns out, the chickens are coming home to roost. We've been fucking with the climate for too long.
And now terrible, terrible things are going to happen. Let's go.
Something is shifting in the Pacific Ocean.
Uh-huh.
It's not a storm or a current you can see from the surface.
Okay.
It's a slow, powerful buildup of heat, spanning thousands of kilometers.
Okay,
It's
big boy.
playing a dangerous game of hide and seek.
All right.
Now, out there for all to witness, the Pacific Ocean is undergoing a violent fear. The latest information suggests we are on the precipice of a super El Nino, possibly the strongest El Nino event in 114 years.
Jesus.
A very rare high-intensity episode will propel global temperatures into uncharted territory.
Okay.
This isn't a seasonal shift, it's a global reorganization of energy.
Right.
According to the latest data, there is now a 98% chance of El Nino emerging by August, and by September 2026, now almost inevitable.
Super El Nino. Now, here's the thing. I don't really understand this shit just yet, I'll be honest with you. I don't even really fucking know what an El Nino is, right? Here's what I do know. It's hot as fuck, dude. It is fucking hot as shit outside. And I'm saying,
These kind of El Nino intensified heat waves, floods, droughts, and shifts in monsoon and hurricane patterns all around the world.
Oh.
Indeed, could a 2026 Super El Nino push our climate past the point of no return?
Right, yeah.
I'm Joe Stewart, and you're watching Astro Earth. Join me today as we look at the mechanics of this climate engine. We'll discuss why 2026 is becoming the perfect storm for a record-breaking event.
Right.
And we'll look at what a planet already pushed to the brink by climate change does when its largest natural cooling mechanism is replaced by a furnace.
Right. Yeah. I love G-Fiber.
I love my G-Fiber, dude. Google Fiber's the best. Fast and reliable.
Quality's great, speed's great, affordable, $7 a month. You can't really beat that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't expect to be making this video quite as quickly as I am, to be honest with you. Let me take you back a few months to a video I made about the weak La Nina we had in 2025.
La Nina's
hits. In fact, it was so weak, we suggested in that video that a Pacific flip was possible. A kind of climate whiplash, where after months of La Nina's cold pattern, the Pacific would be primed to swing hot and bring on a sort of monster of an El Nino.
Okay. So basically what he's saying is La Nina was like a nice, very sweet little Mexican girl that is very nice, but then fucking people went and bullied her, and she went and talked to her dad. Turns out her father is in the Mexican gang, and he's in the cartel, and he's coming to fuck your whole neighborhood up. Is that what's going on, basically?
When I made that video, the chances of that actually happening were quite low, and we didn't know how hot things might get, so indeed they would too.
Right.
But as it turns out, that prediction was bang on, and it's coming true, unfortunately, right in front of our eyes. And things are escalating pretty quickly. So here's a quick recap if you missed that video. The El Nino Southern Oscillation, ENSO, is a term used to describe a cycle of variations in the Pacific Ocean's surface temperatures and air pressure near the equator.
Sure.
Normally, trade winds drive warm surface water from near South America, the Eastern Pacific, towards Asia.
Right,
As that warm water moves away from South America, cold water rises to replace it in a process called upwelling. This situation is called ENSO neutral. Now, if those trade winds are weaker than usual, this upwelling effect lessens, resulting in a warmer patch in the Eastern Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
If those sea surface temperatures rise by more than half a degree Celsius above average, then that is an El Nino. Conversely, when trade winds are stronger, ocean temperatures dip below average, and we see a La Nina develop, where those temperatures are more than half a degree Celsius lower than average. This cycle lasts between 9 and 12 months and repeats every 2 to 7 years. And at the time of recording, we're in an ENSO neutral state, at least according to NOAA. But not for much longer.
During an El Nino, Eastern Pacific sea surface temperatures usually do reach around 1 to 3 degrees Celsius above normal, shifting tropical convection currents and jet streams. This typically brings wetter winters to California and some regions in South America, and drier conditions to Australia, Indonesia, and southern Africa. In fact, one strange quirk of El Nino is that it tends to suppress Atlantic hurricanes. What it does is increase upper-level winds across the tropical Atlantic. That then creates wind shear that pulls apart tropical storm systems before they can develop into the hurricane.
Oh, well, that sounds great. No hurricanes, or less hurricanes. Okay, that sounds good. Maybe this isn't so bad. He's just making a whole lot to do about nothing. All right.
Fortunately, it's bad news elsewhere because it enhances the potential for Pacific storms. That's due to the increase in energy in the ocean, because warm surface water fuels the development of tropical storms, which turn into cyclones.
I see.
And also, generally,
I'm not on that side of the world, though, so it's
increases global temperatures by 0.1 to 0.2 degrees Celsius above trend, often producing the warmest years on record if they coincide with ongoing warming. Now, I should point out at this point that this is not a new concept, nor is having El Nino a product of climate change. It's a natural part of our planet, a heartbeat that's been thumping for at least 10,000 years.
Oh, wow.
We have evidence of Enzo's chemical fingerprints in ancient coal fossils and sediment pores stretching back long before the first steam engine was even built. But this year feels different. Something sinister is brewing out there. It's starting to look very much like we're heading for a super El Nino. Wow. Now, some housekeeping here on what actually constitutes a super El Nino, because I'll be honest with you, if you ask a scientist, that term doesn't actually exist, but it does make for a good media headline and title on this thumbnail.
Okay.
No, right at the forefront of this stuff. Monitor El Nino with a measure called the Oceanic Nino Index, or ONI. It's basically a 3-month running mean of sea surface temperature relative to a 30-year base. So El Nino is declared, as we said, when that ONI goes above 0.5 degrees Celsius for 5 or more overlapping seasons. And just to make things a bit more complicated, NOAA recently changed to a new kind of measuring index called the Relative ONI Index to account for increased background warming, which it didn't previously. So, within this new way of measuring how strong an El Nino actually is, they class a weak one as between 0.5 and 1 degrees Celsius. A moderate one would be between 1 and 1.5 degrees Celsius.
Right.
And a strong El Nino is 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so
therefore, with a bit of creative license, a super El Nino would be somewhere 2 degrees Celsius above us.
This check completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident. I almost forgot it. Honestly, I was shaking because I didn't know this. I never imagined something this big could come from an accident that felt so small at the time. If you've been in any kind of vehicle accident in the past 2 years, even if you think it was minor, even if you were just a passenger, you might be entitled to far more than you realize. Here's my story. I was stopped at a red light when, bang, a distracted driver slammed into me from behind. My neck felt a little stiff, but the car seemed okay. We exchanged info and I drove home. Big mistake. Over the next few weeks, the pain got worse. I started missing work. My car developed issues I hadn't noticed right away. The insurance company tossed me a tiny offer and basically said, take it or leave it. I almost did. Then my sister's boyfriend Marcus told me about something. Said, just answer 4 questions. What's the worst that could happen? At first, I thought he was exaggerating, but he had used the exact same tool after his own accident and told me it changed everything for him. So I clicked the link, answered 4 simple questions, and in less than 30 seconds, it told me I might actually qualify for a real settlement. I figured, yeah, right. But I had nothing to lose. A couple of months later, I was holding a settlement check that was dozens.
I see.
And despite not having a proper term for it, that has happened before.
Really?
In fact, it's happened 4 times since NOAA started these measurements.
Okay.
In 1982, 1991, 1997, and most recently in 2015.
Ooh.
In every single case, each relative ONI rating was more than 2 degrees Celsius. And in November 2015, the index was a whopping 2.4 degrees Celsius.
Right, yeah.
That's more than strong. I mean, that rating was looking for a phone booth to take off its glass and don a superhero cape with. In all seriousness, though, these giant events have globe-spanning consequences. The 2015 El Nino coincided with severe drought in Ethiopia, water shortages in Puerto Rico, and an extraordinary Central Pacific hurricane season, all combining to produce record global warmth. More than 60 million people were affected, with extreme food insecurity primarily across Africa, Central America, and the Pacific. It triggered the most devastating global coral bleach event in history. And the impacts weren't just felt environmentally. $3.9 trillion was wiped from the global economy in the following 3 years due to the lost agricultural productivity and infrastructure damages.
Damn. What? So this is really bad is what I'm gathering. It's actually not good, guys, right? Which we should have assumed from the beginning, but now we have confirmation that this thing is going to completely fuck up the economy again. Another thing to just completely fuck the economy, the global economy is coming. Man, record-breaking heat. I hear a lot of people are already suffering all around the world from heat waves. Like people are dying. A lot of people are dying. And so this is concerning, right? This whole, it just makes me wonder, what do the conservatives who have been talking about how global warming isn't happening? You remember when Donald Trump was like, oh, actually, the Earth is getting cooler, right? We're experiencing global cooling. I wonder what it is they say to themselves when they go outside and they realize that it's hotter than it's ever been before.
So, is history about to repeat itself again? As of early 2026, the tropical Pacific returned to an ENSO-neutral state after that weak El Nino we spoke about.
Right.
But don't be fooled, because that's just on the surface. It's what's brewing below that's starting to ring alarm bells.
Yeah, it's always what's going on underneath the surface you got to pay attention to.
NOAA reports that ocean subsurface heat content has been climbing for months and is now well above normal.
Right,
in March to April 2020.
Yeah, just look at all this fucking red. That's how you know it's bad. Just look at all this red shit. That shouldn't be like that, probably.
4 months and is now well above normal.
Right,
in March to April 2026, meteorologists observed bursts of westerly winds driving warm water eastward, a classic precursor to El Nino. Now, usually Pacific trade winds are easterly, holding warm water in the west, but those winds are faltering as they weaken. A series of Kelvin waves, massive quantities of warm water, are traveling thousands of miles across the ocean.
Yeah.
And when they hit the South American coast, they sort of uncork the heat. And suddenly you've got all this energy just sat there waiting to be unleashed.
I see.
In fact, NASA have just caught one of these Kelvin waves in action with the Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich satellite.
Damn.
You can clearly see it.
Look at it. It's like a fucking Ray Kamehameha, bro. That just hit fucking South America.
Ocean and hit the South American coast.
Shit.
But here's the catch. Because on top of the natural cycle happening, this time we're layering a natural surge onto a planet that's already spent 12 consecutive months above the 1.5 degree warming threshold.
Right, yeah.
2024 was the hottest year on record, and it occurred.
That's not good.
During an ENSO-neutral year. There was no extra heating boost from El Nino.
Really?
So before we even add in a naturally occurring event that increases temperatures, we're already working with a much higher.
The tornado hit right before harvest, so I contacted travelers. We lost 2 barns and the harvest was completely destroyed.
Do you think you can get some dinner? No, thank you for checking. They can't wait a month. Hi. That's what I'm talking about.
You got that big excavator too? We're trying to move on to the 6th and the 7th generations of farmers, in our family. That's our long-term goal. I love you. I grew up when farming was really tough in the 80s, and actually there's people we knew that aren't here anymore who didn't make it, and so we're trying to prevent that. I'm Graham Christensen. I'm a 5th-generation family farmer. My brother and I have been working together to transition our farm into regenerative agriculture, whether it's changing emissions in the atmosphere, contaminated water, or soil erosion. The practices that we use on this farm are meant to address those. So now we're going to dig up, see if we can find any worms in our soil. When we do soil health testing, if you have more worms in a space that you're testing, good sign.
and the tests are validating our success at what we're doing. And the puppies like it. If you have good soil health, you're starting to develop an ecology where you can have clean water. My hope for the future is that agriculture becomes the solution to all of our problems. And so that's the future that I see, and I really can't accept anything other than that. We will do better in the future because we owe it to the next generations.
Like a baseline, and
I see.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a loaded spring. That heat hasn't fully reached the surface yet, but when it does, it can rapidly trigger El Nino conditions.
Yeah, you know, people are talking about race wars and fucking white genocide and it's a whole lot of shit. What else are people like crying about or concerned about? Aliens, people are talking about. Listen, look, the Earth is on fire right now, and it's only going to get hotter. That's going to be the thing that everybody cares about in a very short period of time. Already is a thing in certain places around the world that are, you know, their economy is based on agriculture, and they haven't received any meaningful rain in years. Like, they're already like, this is the biggest problem in our lives is the weather. But that's going to be the reality everywhere in not too long from now, and then that's the only thing people will be talking about. And I just wonder, what are the oil company barons, the oil executives that have been, telling all of these white conservatives, hey, green energy is gay, and for libs, and for woke people, and, you need to be using more gas, and we need to drill, baby, drill. Like, what are they going to be telling those people when it's literally 100 degrees outside in the middle of Christmas? You know what I mean?
The scary thing is that exact same pattern showed up before the 1997 and 2015 Super El Ninos too. So the big question is then, how big is this one going to be? Well, for starters, NOAA's Climate Prediction Center has placed the odds of El Nino emerging by July at 82%, with a 37% chance of a very strong El Nino by winter 2026.
Oh, wow.
The UK and European estimates are, how do I put this, a little more aggressive.
Okay.
Met Office data here in the UK shows
That's the thing with the UK, though. These people from the UK, they're such pessimists.
degrees Celsius anomalies by September 2026. And the ECMWF, the European Centre for Medium Range.
Yeah, guys, just look at all of this red shit, Look at it. It starts off like small red shit, and then it turns into big red shit, and that's how you know it's a problem that's going to get worse over time.
Weather forecast shows there is a chance of temperature anomalies exceeding 3 degrees before October, taking us well into super territory.
Very
Indeed.
far, right? Because super starts at 2, right?
It's on the other side of the scale to lower, according to the ECMWF. The odds of a super El Nino by July have already climbed beyond 50%. And as we approach winter, its emergence appears inevitable.
Right, yes.
Just a quick word of caution here when it comes to data and modelling. I know you know this, but I just have to sort of say it. Forecasters do note that models tend to overshoot El Nino strength in the spring, and the outcome actually depends on whether those westerly winds continue what they're doing. But because they're doing it right now, that's where these numbers come from. Whether you choose to interpret those numbers is up to you, but what I think we can deduce for certain is that the environment is primed for a strong event.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we do end up with the fabled Super El Nino, well, what does that mean for us? The short answer is amplified extremes. All the usual El Nino effects will be supercharged. It'd be like driving around in your car playing music with your bass turned up to maximum,
Right.
The first and perhaps most obvious thing
I thought that's how everybody drove.
we've already touched on.
You gotta turn the bass up to maximum.
Be a record-breaking
Else you're not going to appreciate the 808s properly.
global heat spike. Each El Nino year brings hotter conditions globally, and even without the help of all the extra greenhouse gas emissions, we'd usually expect somewhere in the region of 0.1 to 0.2 degrees worth of increase.
Right,
But
yeah.
for a super El Nino, well, that could put temperatures in 2026, 2027 to unprecedented heights. The hottest years on record. Exceeding 1.7 even longer.
California should already be getting ready for this shit, bro. Like, California is gonna for sure be on fire. What are we even like? Let's not beat around the bush. They're gonna be on fire this year, no doubt.
Above pre-industrial levels. In the most extreme scenarios, sea surface temperature anomalies in the Pacific region approach a stark 3.8 degrees Celsius every year.
For the router, I don't pay anything for it.
The installation was super easy. I didn't have to go pick up anything on my own, and all the equipment was included. It's just one and done. Anyone that needs any of those things should check out G-Fiber.
And when you consider that the IPCC wanted to limit warming to just 1.5 degrees, you start to see just how extreme this really is.
Your electricity bill is going to be wicked, bro.
There will be a series of extreme precipitation patterns.
Nobody's going outside.
In every corner of the planet. A super El Nino would bring torrential rains to the coast of...
Bro, it's already too hot at like 10 a.m. That's how bad it is over here. Like at 10, 11 a.m., everybody outside is insane.
And Ecuador. But inland, the Amazon rainforest would face a thermal stress test. By combining intense drought with record-breaking temperatures, trees will be pushed beyond their tolerance limits.
Oh, no.
Previous super El Ninos have seen the Amazon switch from a carbon sink to a carbon source as drought kills off massive swathes of the canopy.
That's crazy.
In 2026, with the baseline temperature already higher, the risk of mega fires in the world's lungs would be at an all-time high.
Yeah, that's what they call the Amazon, the world's lungs.
North America, the jet stream is expected to split. So the US Southwest and California would get a sort of Godzilla winter with heavy snowpack and
really
rains. Now, this may help relieve reservoirs in the short term, but
okay.
it brings the immediate threat of atmospheric rivers. Long fleets of water vapor coming in from the tropics.
I see.
These events could trigger catastrophic landslides and cause localized flooding. Meanwhile, the Pacific Northwest will experience unusually hot and dry conditions. On the other side of the world, in Australia, the news is also sobering. The Bureau of Meteorology has already issued a below-average rainfall forecast for the eastern and southwestern parts of the country.
Right.
And it's not just the lack of rain. Farmers in New South Wales are facing a perfect storm. They're still recovering from the massive floods of previous years, but now they could be hit by a triad of pressures: intensifying drought, extreme bushfire risk, and a global spike in fertilizer and fuel costs, all thrown into one.
Right, yeah. Shout out to the Iran war. Great job, Trump.
As we touched on earlier as well, El Nino does something strange to traditional hurricane patterns. Generally, it tends to tilt the odds of Pacific cyclones and reduce the number of Atlantic hurricanes. In 2015, for example, during the strongest El Nino we've ever seen so far, the Central Pacific had an unusually active cyclone season.
Right,
in total, there were 16, including 3 simultaneous Category 4 storms, which is crazy.
Christ.
So a 2026 Super El Nino would likely mean, a quieter Atlantic season, which is good news for the US East Coast, but terrible news for Eastern Pacific cyclones that affect Mexico, Hawaii, and beyond. And you guessed it, there's more. Historically, El Ninos have caused fish declines and even penguin die-offs in the Galapagos due to changes in ocean currents.
Right, yeah.
A Super El Nino would only magnify these biological stresses. And all of that before we even got to the thing that keeps us alive, food. I mean, even now, climate analysts are already warning that a strong El Nino could significantly strain food supplies.
Yeah.
In India...
No, you think the prices of food at grocery stores are bad now? Yeah, just wait till this shit hits.
The Meteorological Department has pegged the 2026 monsoon at just 92% of its long-period average, the lowest in nearly 13 years.
Oh, man.
And that has a direct threat to the Kharif crops, the staples, things like rice, cotton, and soybeans that literally feed billions of people.
Right, yeah. A lot of people live off of rice and soybeans, man.
Beans fail in all.
I don't think a lot of people are eating cotton, though, but, still.
And September, we aren't just looking at dry fields. We're looking at food inflation that could exceed 4.5%, destabilizing the rural economy for the entire subcontinent.
Yeah.
And there's another twist in this too. The Energy and Climate Intelligence Unit just released an article noting that an El Nino-driven weather shock on top of war-related fertilizer and fuel disruptions could drive up both prices and inflation.
Right.
In short, harvests in those key farming regions, so rice in Asia, coffee in Africa, maize in Latin America, would majorly suffer, amplifying hunger and economic stress, not just locally, but across the entire planet.
Right, yeah.
Analysis by the United Nations World Food Programme warned that the number of food insecure people across the globe could reach levels last seen at the start of the Russian-Ukraine invasion in 2022, impacting up to 318 million people across the globe who are already food insecure.
Right, that's bad.
Yeah,
it's a lot of starving people. That's terrible,
isn't it? Sorry for that tirade of information. If you are looking for a scrapbook of good news.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk is now a trillionaire.
And all of that stuff we've just talked about doesn't just have a human cost. There is also quite a large financial one.
Right.
In 2023, researchers from Dartmouth University estimated the average El Nino sacks about $3.4 trillion from the global economy. Because of destroying crops, preventing the flow of goods and services, all that kind of stuff. Now, that's just the estimate for an average El Nino. So a super El Nino...
See, this is the shit we should be figuring out instead of trying to send people to Mars. Okay, or send people in submarines to the fucking bottom of the ocean so they can look at an old rusty boat like the Titanic. We've spoken about that, the submersible that imploded. Billionaires need to stop wasting their fucking time doing bullshit like that. Mark Zuckerberg,
Last time your friend spoke. It's my son. He's a teenager. Hi. I'm looking for a teenage boy.
Like underage?
Yes.
Out of the car, stick out.
Family from your family.
the metaverse, what were you doing? We have El Ninos to take care of. We need to be putting all of our fucking money and all the extra money we got into figuring out shit like this, okay? How do we insulate ourselves from shit like this happening?
It would be far more devastating.
Instead, people want to put fucking Tesla on the moon and fucking other dumb shit like that.
None of that makes for great reading at all, does it, really? There's nothing remotely super about any of this for us at all, which does sort of beg the question, why is this happening in the first place? Well, you might assume it's because of global warming, which is sort of what I think as well. But bear with me here, because this sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but scientists are actually continuing to study how global warming affects the El Nino Southern Oscillation cycle. And the truth, they say, isn't clear-cut.
Really?
But as I alluded to in this video, El Nino isn't new, nor is it particularly special. It used to be like that uncle you saw at family events every couple of years. You sort of said something weird, then you never saw him again until the next event. But this time, something is clearly different. The UN's warned that Earth's climate is further out of balance right now than at any other time in recorded history. So how can both things be true?
Right.
I mean, based on that, good old Uncle Enzo would have rocked up to the party at some point anyway, right? Well, yeah, but today's ocean is warmer than decades past.
Yeah.
The WMO notes that 2015 to 2025 ocean temperatures were the hottest 11-year span.
Man, yeah, look at this. Changing global temperature relative to 1951. Look at that.
With Earth gaining heat faster than ever. More than 90% of the Earth's extra energy also heats the oceans, and according to the WMO, the heat stored in the upper 2 kilometers of global oceans reached a new high in 2025. Over the last 2 decades, it's been warming more than twice as quickly as it was during the late 20th century. Add into that a series of late winter westerly wind bursts that have injected heat eastward, pumping up the tropical Pacific's heat content even more, and the stage is set for a potentially very strong or even super event.
Right.
If, or indeed when, that happens, it will escalate into a super El Nino, the likes of which we've only seen a few times in history. And that...
Look, I'm not going to pretend like I understand all the fucking science shit he just said, because I don't. However, here's what I do know. It's fucking really hot outside, and the rate at which the Earth is warming is unprecedented. In all of recorded history, but even beyond recorded history, the scientists that study this shit, they can take a look at the fucking rocks, I guess. I don't know. This is what they're saying, though. They can take a look at the rocks, the stratification of the various sediment layers, and through that, I guess they can like see a pattern of like heated and cooling for that goes back several thousands of years, and what they are coming to the conclusion, what they're saying is that things are getting really hot, really fucking fast in a way that it's never done before. And it's all our fault, right? It's all our fault. We're constantly pumping a shit ton of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. That's bad. And the way we live our lives, the way we live our life is just so fucking stupid. It really is, right? Why does everyone need a car? Not why does everyone have a car? Why does everyone need a car? We have politicians that intentionally made it so that our cities are designed in a way where, in America at least, in many major cities in America and many states, you need a car to get around. Why is it in 2026, when we are the most technologically advanced as we have ever been, why don't we have a robust, reliable public transportation system that would cut down our emissions significantly? Why aren't we invested in nuclear energy? Why aren't we invested more in green energy? Right? Why do we have so much factory farming? Why are we producing so much meat? Why aren't politicians and governments advocating for a more plant-based diet? I'm not saying everybody has to go vegan or vegetarian, but not only would it help the health of the population, this is something that doctors and nutritionists know for a fact, that if we reduce the amount of saturated fat we consume in animal products we consume, in general, people will be healthier, right? But also the amount of space it requires to raise farm animals like cattle compared to growing the crops that could produce the same amount of calories, right? The same amount of energy for human consumption, right? It's a lot more. It's a lot more, the cattle farming. So we would be using less water. We would be using less energy to produce those calories for our consumption, and we will be even healthier. Like, all of these things together, I'm saying, why aren't we doing that? It's green. It's fucking green, because at the end of this fucking game, at the end of this road, there's a fucking billionaire, a fat, balding, old, wrinkly billionaire just rubbing his hands together, and then guess what? He's going to be dead soon. And so he doesn't give a fuck about how hot it's getting. He doesn't care about the world he's leaving behind, and he's not concerned about his own children. Why? Because he's thinking that he has amassed so much wealth that regardless of whatever dystopian hellscape Earth turns into, his children will still be among the elite, and so they'll still be living good. This is how they think, the evil fuckers that run our world. And so, yeah, man, we really got to do something about this, but I don't know what or how. It doesn't really feel like the politicians care that much. It doesn't really feel like they're taking this shit as seriously as they need to, even the ones on the left. And it's just gonna have to get way too bad. That's when people will start to give a fuck, when people's children are dying outside because they went outside to play catch and they died of a heat stroke. That's when you're going to see people start to, that's sad, right? When bread costs $20 because of all the droughts. Yeah. But that's the video, guys. You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
If anyone in this room found out what I was, I wouldn't make it out alive. Quinn Talon, Squad 3. Is this a joke? Why is a level 1 on Squad 3? 300 heads turned to look at me. I froze. I wasn't a level 1. I was a vampire. And every ability user in this room had been trained to kill things like me. Wait, hold on. Or just... The auditorium went dead quiet as everyone watched the draft board scramble. Names flicker,
and Quinn Talon reappear at the top. Quinn Talon, Squad 3. Selection confidence, 100%. It picked me, bugged out, and then picked me again.
You're going to be motivated for this one again tonight. Economist Oren Cass is going to be here later to discuss tariffs. You're going to have a conservative economist, Bucky laissez-faire. Just watch it. But first, we're going to check in with our good friend, Democracy. You got to give me the old turn your head and cough. How's Democracy doing?
In some of his strongest comments yet, President Trump says he's considering his options to serve a third term in office, a breach of the Constitution's two-term limit for presidents.
I'm sorry, considering the option? God, what are you trying to order off menu from the Constitution? Oh yeah, I see you got 2 terms here, but can I get it animal style? What are you doing with the third term? How does that work exactly?
In a phone call with NBC, Trump saying, quote, there are methods which you could do it, including possibly urging his vice president, J.D. Vance, to run and then cede power back to Trump. The president saying that's one method, but that there are others too.
Yes. There are other methods. I think you tried one a few years ago. There are other methods for staying in power beyond when you are legally allowed to be there. Historically, some of them involve catapults. Although maybe Trump has something more creative in mind with the Vance thing. Have you guys heard of the movie Face Off? So here's how it's going to work. Trump will watch that movie as the military seizes power. I'm sure at one point Chuck Schumer will say, I will allow it. Because in the third term, he thinks his popularity will go down to 30. So it's not been president saying, I'm not leaving. Is there any other image of the shambolic state of our democracy, perhaps something that looks like what you might get if you fed the destruction of democracy into an AI meme generator?
This settlement completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident I almost forgot about. I never imagined something this big.
Generator? Oh, right, Elon Musk, okay. The richest and most fertile man in the world went to Wisconsin, where he came out in a cheese hat before giving $1 million checks to voters in an effort to influence the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. Hey, you know what that's about? You know what that's about, Elon? Their culture is not your costume, Musk. Their people. Do not appropriate their dairy chateaus. You can really get a sense of the fraying of our democracy by tracing the arc of its symbolic headwear. It's still a tricorner, but it's not the same. Meanwhile, the process of streamlining our beautiful democracy continues apace. And a couple of months into Trump's second of his, let's say, 4 to 7 terms, he continues to live up to his vaunted apprentice catchphrase, divide.
More than 1,300 workers now fired at the Department of Education.
The IRS beginning to lay off more than 6,000 employees.
The Social Security Administration will cut 7,000 jobs.
The U.S. Postal Service will trim its workforce by 10,000.
HHS will be dropping around 20,000 workers. The Department of Veterans Affairs looking to cut 80,000 jobs.
In the administration's defense, those veterans shouldn't have been having affairs in the first place. That's on them. And by the way, do we need a department for that? The layoffs have been harsh, unpredictable, and needless to say, the mainstream media has been outraged.
So what's the end game here? Killing American jobs?
Still risky hurting those hardworking Americans. That bothers me.
You're playing with real people's money, real people's jobs, and real people's lives.
Rudy.
I mean, I guess it's really what she thinks. Like, it's not her decision to make it. I'm waiting. So, look, earned or not, his or not, Trump has the Peace Prize. And who knows, having the Peace Prize might make him a man of peace. What if he spends the rest of his life devoted to living up to it?
President Trump turns up the heat on Greenland. The president refusing to rule out military action.
You just got the Peace Prize. It's insane to immediately do the opposite of what you get a prize for. That's like if right after the Olympics, Michael Phelps drowned in the shallow end. But when I saw this, I thought, okay, that's insane, but it's also Trump. Maybe it's just one of his jokes. I'm sure he'll back down.
Trump refusing to back down, overnight posting this fabricated image of himself planting the American flag with a sign that says Greenland, U.S. territory.
I love how even the AI version of J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio are still like, this is a bad idea. Oh, we gonna get in trouble. And I'm not surprised AI Rubio looks like this because
it's Juneteenth and I'm a black man that's really in the house plan. So here's every plant that's either invited or not invited to the cookout. Off rip, this is a no-brainer, but every plant indigenous to Africa immediately invited. I'm talking snake plants, ZZ plants, birds of paradise, Virginia plants, African violets, aloe vera, and yes, even you for the least sake. Because the problematic cousins get in too. We just gonna be watching you. Who's not invited? The White Wizard. And no, I won't explain any further. Y'all playing? Also invited? Every variation of Peltos, but especially golden Peltos, because for some reason, I feel like all of our grandmas and aunties just have one. Who's not invited? Diphthongia. Just look up how they got the name Dumb Cane. Immediately invited? Monsteris. Because do you know an earthy black woman who doesn't have at least one? Not invited Calathea, but in particular the white fusion. Not because of the name, but simply because no matter what you do, it will never be happy. And some honorable mentions, money trees because of Kendrick Lamar and every other nail salon that you know. Peace lilies, because someone is always taking one home after the repass. Also not invited Petunias, because I feel like they're going to call someone to shut the whole thing down. So let me know who I missed on either side. But remember, don't argue with me. Argue with your mama. It's Juneteenth.
So it's just that.
Hey, can I get...
No.
Honestly?
Where's that?
I can't see it. I can't see it.
That's about enough.
music is the foundation of my marriage, and music plays a big part in my law firm. In law school, I met my wife. I joined a band that she was in.
217 first squad, man. Zone 6, first room, man. Zone 6, 217. Got big plans for pulling through. No, they got plans for your ass. No, that's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing. Brothers shouldn't be doing this to one another. And I'm speaking about the Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Man, Big 30, Pooh Shiesty Pops and all that, and the gentleman at the door with the ratchet in his hand. This is wild, y'all. I wasn't even going to do no video today. No editing, just going to freestyle this joint right here. And what's been coming to my mind is, do y'all remember the Gucci Man and the Young Jeezy versus battle? Right? On one hand, you had Young Jeezy. Look, I want to extend this olive branch. We need to leave the past behind us. We're both grown men now. We don't have to continue leading a generation of young men to destruction. What do you say, Gucci? Man, fuck that, man. Hell no, man. No. Fucking no Pookie Long. I want to be like the young kids, man. I want to be like the children. He invited this energy to his life, y'all. And this is what happens, you know? The law of attraction is something real. I don't see anything like this happen in the Young Jeezy. I don't see it. What is he, a philanthropist? Young Jeezy up in the damn science lab. He messing with microscopes. He getting his health right. He building houses. He ain't got time for this nonsense. And this is what happens. Gucci Mane didn't want to let go of that representation of the street mindset. And I'm not talking about just the impoverished areas. I'm talking about the negativity that comes with it. That's what I'm talking about. People knocking each other upside the head. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this footage right quick. And I ain't going to lie, man. I felt sorry for him because he was facing death. You can see it. Even though it didn't show his face, but you can see he started to realize, I am a human as well. I can be touched as well. You know, you got a lot of ninjas out here that think they're invincible, you know? And when you see that on a person from a human perspective, it's like, damn, he got his arms out. You see, you want to be dropped, you drop. There you go, man. There you go. This ain't the Gucci we know. Or this isn't the Gucci that you've been portraying. But let's check out the video that just came out with Gucci. Pooh Shiesty, all these guys in the studio, they been saying it, you know. Oh, see, Shiesty dropping 10-17. So, we never did police for none of this, but told us going on. So we just did it, that's done what you do. You dropped. You said it's going to be good, you dropped. He said, you said you won't be dropped, you dropped. Now, you know that's not what they wanted. They wanted you to do a full presentation. Hey, it says 17, first one. Gucci Man here, you know what I'm saying? Look, I just want to let everybody know that Pooh Shiesty ain't signed to 1017 no more. That's what they want. They wanted that full. And look at them. I guess this is the father right here. Man, shame on you, man. Shame on you. And this is the thing, bro. This is why I want people to go and get this book. Street Dad, Geek Dad. Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset. Written by me, Big Kiss. The link will be in the description. Avoiding the manufactured mindset. The thing in hip-hop, when we rap,
back in the day when it first came out, we rapped about the struggles, about the lifestyle that we no longer wanted. We wanted better. Now, what the record labels did was take it, and they only signed you if you were to constantly talk about it, without the positive side, without the your ambitions to want to do better, to want better for your family. That's the only thing they promoted. Then over the time, you start to notice you got Future talking about the substance abuse. You got all these rappers talking about the substance abuse. Now, what does that do? Remember, image is everything. When people constantly see something over and over and over and over, subconsciously, they're going to want to be a part of it. Even though you don't do it intentionally, it's going to have an effect on you. Repetitiveness. Repetition is the father of learning. So the more you repeat something, it's going to start to attach itself to you. You know? And this is what we're seeing. It's a domino effect, y'all. Look at the father. I believe this is the father, if I'm not mistaken. Pooh Shiesty's father. He's leading his son to destruction. And then they got the leaked text message. Let's go over this one more time. Because somebody said something. I believe it was Wayne I was watching the other day. He said Gucci Mane, they had him on camera filming him. He was cropped out. One area, right? He said Gucci Mane was smart. He moved over there to where the guy with the ratchet was at, with the Draco, just so the guy who's recording could follow him over there so he could see him. And the guy who's filming had fell for it, you know, in case they ever got the footage, which they did. And to let y'all youngins out there know that trying to step on people and all that, bro. Footage does not get erased. I don't care what little iPhone secrets you think you know.
If you didn't go to the ER after a car accident, listen up. I got $96,000 for my accident in 57 days, and I only had what they call silent injuries. So basically nothing visible, nothing that showed up on the scene. I got hit, felt shaken up, but okay, no blood, no broken bones. I figured I'd just go home, take some ibuprofen, and sleep it off. 4 days later, I could barely get out of bed. My lower back was locked up. My neck was radiating pain down into my shoulder. I was getting headaches that wouldn't go away. I couldn't sit at my desk for more than 20 minutes without my whole body screaming at me. What seemed like something small at the scene turned into something that I couldn't ignore. But here's where it almost...
The storage is on this shit. This shit ain't going nowhere. It's up in the clouds somewhere. Why do you think these bigwigs and the elites, they sell information and all of that stuff and data? Because it ain't going nowhere. You're not erasing nothing. Check it out. Well, I know Pooh, man. He ain't do it the way he wanted him to do it. He wanted a full presentation. Gucci, man, you drop. You say you want to be dropping? Nah, man. You gotta have lawyers. Y'all gotta be at a table. Everybody got the same. You gotta have his signature, that signature, this signature. That's no work like that. And this, bro, avoiding the manufactured mindset. That mindset that Pooh Shiesty got is manufactured. When he first came out the womb, say he was 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, he didn't want to shoot him up, bang, bang, and all of that stuff until what? His environment got a hold of it. These brothers are a product of their environment. And for the adults that are in this type of environment, they don't care. Art imitates life. Y'all remember in Innocent Society? I don't want my son learning how to do no drive-bys. He put that in his hand. He put the ratchet in his hand. You see how that go? And it's an evolving door, y'all. This is what happens. So this is a leaked text message, or I don't know what platform it was in, from Michael Myers. That's who they call, that's who Pusha call him. He's calling himself Michael Myers, the boogeyman. And understand, when these wires get a hold of his behavior and know how he do for real, watch, we about to start seeing Freddy Krueger's, we about to start seeing Jason's, we about to start seeing little Chucky's, Rumpelstiltskins, we about to start seeing all of that. Everybody about to start changing their name. Remember, it started off with the little, not started off with, but there was a wave of the YMB, the BMY, the NB's A, the this and that. All that shit about to change. Now it's about to be the Chucky, the Michael Myers, the Jason, the Scarecrows and all of that. But he goes, I need 630 for Saturday. 30 short for certified ninjas. I need 6 certified ninjas. Pulling up on WAP, Guwap, Gucci Man, plus 2 drivers. This guy said Charles Manson. Oh, Charles, y'all know who Charles Manson is. He said overstood. They are willing to do anything for this man. At the snap of a finger. Somebody named WAP. What we need to do. He said what we need to do. They're ready to slide. And he didn't appreciate the fact that the Most High gave him another chance at freedom. Right? So the backstory is the reason why he was able to go to a different state while he was on probation or parole, whatever. He was smashing a parole officer. Come to find out, he was smashing a parole officer. They got some information from her, and she was real passive and wasn't strict on what she was supposed to be doing in regards to his probation. So Charles Manson said overstood. WAP said what we need to do, right? And what we need to do, said bet. Damn fool, bet. All new. I'm there. I'm ready. We ain't got nothing to do with our lives but obey orders from you. Where I need to get to, Glizzy. I'm there. Let me know. I need drivers. They here. They ready to do anything, yo. I want y'all to look at, one of them said 30. They talking about Big 30. Where you at? Why you ain't in the chat? That's you supposed to be following orders, right? All new down here says it's on Shiesty and who he picked to come. It's on him. So they looking at him like they straight up. It's like they looking at him like a god or something like that. And don't think that it stops here. This goes on, and I guarantee you, every damn hood in America, every hood in each state, there's this hierarchy, there's this line, there's this people taking orders and shit. I'm telling you, man, hey, look, it's dangerous, but this is the thing. This is what I always talk about. They only do this to their own people. When there's some evil going against their own people, oh, they know how to do things in order then. This is when they know how to do things in order. But, man, Gucci should have been changed his life around when, people got Gucci winning that versus between him and Young Jeezy. They got Gucci, I say Young Jeezy won through the music and through the him being the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why, and who's saying that Gucci won that versus battle with Jeezy is the YNs. Because Gucci say, I'm spoken on poking little, what you gonna do, man? Hell, that's why they say he won. It's crazy, bro. So if he would have just changed his life around with age and not been signing these guys, bro. You invited the evil energy to your life by signing these guys to your label. You did this. So you think you're gonna be absolved from that type of energy? All because you got your wife and y'all ducked off over there and all that? Nah. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to you. But yeah, man, that's the end of the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think gonna go down. Do y'all think Gucci Mane is gonna try to uphold this street ninja name
to its wonders? Every detail considered, so you can just.
It wasn't that much, guys. So they won't let so they'll let Pooh be out, so he can further on capitalize off of his music. I mean, he's still gonna be capitalizing off his music. He owned the music. The music is music is Gucci. You know what I mean? Or do y'all think Gucci Mane is going to go and testify? He gonna go up in that courtroom. Y'all think his wife gonna make him go in that courtroom and let it all out? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all hype. Make sure y'all like. Big Cash signing out. Oh yeah.
And it actually screws in. A lot of us have always seen the fact that the nail sticks out of the house slowly but surely. And what that's doing is it's because water is getting in the nail hole, the gutter system. So fills in the gutter system. It has the place to go if it's clogged.
Neuro rehab is a department